continuing on with our journey through the Bible, and we're flying through the book of Jeremiah, specifically looking at chapter 31, where God reveals that we are going to be no longer under the old covenant, the right for us to earn our salvation through obedience, which we know doesn't work. And as we have gone through some of these recent lessons, people sin and get away from God's master plan, to the plan being that God would keep the law. And His keeping the law enables us to have the ability to respond to Him, and it moves from the hand to the heart. In other words, the hand, you're doing all the work to be good enough, but we know you can't be good enough. But when someone turns and responds to Jesus, then they have the opportunity to be given a new heart. And it goes from the work of the hands to the work of the heart. And the work of the heart is that it's a want to. I want to do what's right because that's what God wants me to do. And it's not that we get our acceptance, we earn our acceptance from God, but we ultimately are accepted because of God. It's not for acceptance, but rather from acceptance that we're able to live rightly and do what we need to do. Now, yes, I know you're saying, man, this is a tough lesson, not really a story here. Yes, there is a story. Jeremiah writes the law, gives it to the king, not a great guy, and the king has the audacity to rip it up into individual pieces and throw it in the fire until the whole thing is burned, and realize they didn't have copy machines. It was a lot of work, but God said, we're going to rewrite that. And Jeremiah experiences many challenges in telling people the truth, and yet he perseveres through highs and lows. And our prayer for our children is, number one, that they would know the truth. You can't earn your salvation. It's solely a work of what God has done in us. But number two, we are to be truth proclaimers. And in a world where people do not know truth, or say that your truth is more important than someone else's truth, truth comes from God through the scriptures. So yes, complicated lesson. Yes, you do have a story. Yes, there are some activities that you can focus on. And yes, we are also touching on Thanksgiving, which the result of this whole lesson is, wow, God has a plan and we can thank Him for that. He planned ahead to take care of us, which is super cool. Well, since Christmas is approaching and I do have a little bit extra money in our budget, I am curious if any of you have any specific tools, supplies, anything you're like, Joel, if I had this game, I could really use it to do a great job. Joel, if I had this type of marker. Joel, if I had this kind of picture Bible. If there are any tools that I can help you out with, and I can't promise anything, but I would love to help make you even more successful by providing you the resources that you need. Love you, appreciate you. Have a wonderful week before Thanksgiving week. God bless. See you soon.